So this client is really great. I'd been at his prior place, and then when they moved in here, obviously I was invited back. And so this one was a 75-inch TV. And now this looks like a pretty cut and dry situation, right? Mounting the soundbar along with the TV. In this case, it looks like the Sonos Arc. And so I would have used a specific bracket for the Sonos Arc to then mount along with the back of the TV with the braces of the TV mounting bracket. And this was a Sanus 4D tilt mounting bracket. It comes out and kind of turns a little bit, but it's not quite full motion. It comes out about 6 inches, so that, I don't know, you have easier access behind the TV if you need to plug in more cords or whatever the case may be. But this wall surface was particularly difficult. Now, by difficult, I mean I've got all the tools to take care of it, but it's not as cut and dry as like normal drywall. This one was just a little bit of a, where you just, first, you don't want to make any extra holes. And so what I do is I go out and grab my huge stud finder. It's like this big. It just reads deeper. And so that way, because sometimes you're reading things and it might seem like it's a stud and sometimes it's not. And so whenever that case comes about with my normal stud finder that's perfect for drywall and plaster, I will just switch and go grab my big one, and then it reads everything. So, I mean, it's not a big deal for a professional, but I'm saying if you're here watching this as a DIY thing, I use the Franklin sensor for my stud finder wall scanner, and I use the big Franklin sensor. It's about $250 or something like that for situations where, it's just not scanning. It's not giving you a confident scan. And then I use the big one, and then you know where everything is. But that's all this one was. Other than that, I mean, on a professional level, not difficult. DIY level, difficult. And then you'd end up realizing you need a different stud finder, different anchors, and then all of a sudden the job's costing you more than if you just would have called me. That type of deal. But I mounted a few other TVs here today, but I'm shooting this like 2 months later. I'm playing catch up. After Christmas time, I spend most of January and like the first half of February just catching up, shooting videos, video recaps of jobs. And that way, here's what I've found in home service business. When you just put yourself out there and people can see your general normal personality, like me just sitting here in my sweats, I'm about to go to the gym. To be honest with you, I'm filming these as kind of a stall tactic because I'm not feeling like doing the workout that I'm going to put myself through today. And so this is kind of stalling, but it's productive stalling nonetheless. So that's fine. But I feel like, just kind of giving little tips, and then, people get to hear me and see me and, think, I think I could have that guy over and mount my TV. That's the whole point of them. But it's so hard in my normal day to day when it's super busy. It's so hard to then get done with a job and then sit down and go, okay, here's how this one went today. I wouldn't feel too excited about it. I think my emotions would be not come across great on camera. It'd be more like, I had to do this today, instead of, this one was actually a lot of fun. The client was super awesome. Um, you know, but that's all I got to say about that one.